right. It's a beautiful looking tree they're facing, but I guess Hans and Franz aren't going to mind. Let's see. We're going to 2-2. And for some reason, your PFD recycled itself. But
I did that. Yeah.
Oh, you did. Okay.
Yeah.
How did you do that?
I can move the knob all the way right or left.
Okay. Yeah, you were just switching displays.
Yeah.
Okay. But you did one of those. Hey, let's pull the breaker, like those knuckleheads in that AirAsia Airbus. Oh yeah.
Is that what they did?
Yeah, well, that's what started it. They were pulling to the right, so they pulled the breaker, which they shouldn't have done, and then they forgot how to fly the airplane, with like the normal basics of like...
With your hands and your feet?
Yeah, that thing.
Yeah.
And then they basically mushed all the way into the ocean. All right, let's see. Which direction are we going to push? We're going to push nose right very precariously. We're surrounded. I don't know if you are, but I'm surrounded.
No, it's pretty clear for me.
I'm surrounded by light aircraft and 3 helipads with one helicopter on it, but we'll soldier through, I guess.
Yeah.
Whenever you're ready to call for the push.
All right, I'll call for the push.
All right, I'll get ready with the start.
And push 90, so push nose right.
Well, we are ready to push back.
We are ready now, please release parking brake.
Okay, brake is off.
Let's see if I can fix your windows for you. Oop.
Parking brakes.
I'm just going to turn the bleeds to max for a moment.
Sure.
Should clear them up.
Well, they won't do... Yeah, you don't want the bleeds on when you're... Oh, they're off anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, for the start, we'll leave those off.
All right. Starting 2. 2 is turning, as they used to say. And, of course, my condition levers are doing a little dipsy-doodle, but I got it. Looks like a good start so far. Oil pressure is rising. And that should pretty much do us. I'll set the parking brake.
Parking brake set. Can we get clearance at number 1?
Control is free and clear or secure. Okay, we start the engine number 1. That's like...
Thank you. Starting 1. And looks sweet and meaty on number 2. I don't know what your protocol is about when you shut off the APU. Do you generally do it when you get when you bring number 2 up full and get gens going that way?
Yeah, I usually like to have the gens take over from the APU before it go to battery power, like so it doesn't have to click to battery power.
Right. So
I don't know, I have no idea what I think the actual SOP is to get the APU off and then run the engines up.
Yeah, I mean you can even do a battery start on this plane.
Yeah. Yeah, not recommended, I don't imagine.
No. Okay. APU bleeds and gens. APU's now off. Taxi lights on. Start bringing my heats on.
Alright. You ready for the checklist? The after checklist?
You betcha.
External power APU.
Off.
Medium bus tie.
Off now.
Ice protection.
Off and not needed at the moment.
Sounds good. Rudder travel.
Checking. Full right. Full left.
Looks good. How did I lose my spot? Auto feather. Auto feather is on.
Right.
Nose wheel steering on.
Yep. Turning on the auxes and pumps here.
Okay.
That should be good.
Engine rating is now M top.
Yeah, although we'll have to reset it because it always pops out. I'm going to bring up number 1 unless you want to do the old Canadian taxi.
No, you're good for
All right. Do the WestJet taxi. I'm going to try to spin us around here. to... Well, you know what? I'm going to loop around a little to the left and spin around to the right. I think that's the only way I'm going to... I think I got clearance on the left.
All right, do your thing.
And, you know... Probably should wait till the props come up, but, you know...
Yeah,
Waiting is for sissies.
that's right.
And we'll avoid the gas pumps here. I think I've sort of got like half orbic scenery and half non-orbic scenery here, but whatever works.
Yeah, exactly. Ours is slightly different, but it's fine. It's not gonna crash anything if I bump into something.
No, I'm just finessing my way to this taxiway to Delta. Last time I flew out of here, I taxied straight down this taxiway in front of us and wondered why I never saw the runway until I got to those sheds, those small hangars, and then realized I had to back up to get out.
Nice.
Yeah. Moments of ignominy. Ignominious moments in flying, I guess. All right, so I believe we hook right here. I am liking that de Havilland Beaver a lot.
Oh, that's good.
And this is a sort of suitably grimacious day here, so it's not so bad.
No, it's actually pretty nice here. Well, I'm sure we'll bump into some cloud here in a second.
Yeah, let me check our flight plan here because... All right. My FMS has been acting funny lately where you have to direct to your nearest waypoint to get it to sequence the rest of the flight plan, but it seems to be okay now.
Yeah, I usually have to do that when I start. I have to hit nav, go to 2, and then cycle it for the first waypoint.
And for some reason the TCAS, which was on standby, is off again, but...
I didn't do that.
No, I mean, I must have, but I don't know whatever weird-ass combination it is that does it, and I believe, yeah, this is the taxiway to, you have to cross 22 left.
Okay.
Ask Peter for clearance to cross here.
Yeah.
You know, I hadn't noticed it before because, you know, he has a very distinctive style of speech, but what I hadn't noticed in it is he has a little bit of the New Jersey accent. Is he from New Jersey?
I have no idea. I think he is from New York somewhere.
He's got a tiny little bit of the D's and the Do's.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I hadn't noticed it before, and you just assume that because, you know, they cover California, that, oh, they must all be sitting there in San Bernardino or something.
Yeah.
All right. Let us brief our departure, which, honest to God, I didn't really brief. And that's because I don't have it up. Damn it.
Sort of left to 190.
190 and climb to, what,
Till you're about
5,500, yeah. Yeah, I can set an initial altitude of 5,500 if that would be probably better. I don't
the MEA going northbound's 11,000. So
yeah,
well,
get up. Let's see. I'm just going to turn our bleeds to min, and you've already got our lights taken care of, and our heats are on, trims are set, flaps are set. I'm just going to mind MTOP there.
Okay, it's in MTOP.
Yeah, we'll just pop it into MTOP and see if it sticks. So far, so good. Line ourselves up like the pros that we are.
That's right.
Checking.
Locks off.
Okay, runway heading is set. And see, it pops us into end top. That's interesting. All right. You ready to go?
Yeah, I'll hit M top on the roll.
Okay, you
See
hit
if
it on
that
the
helps.
roll. Clock has started. Power stable and power set.
Here we go. Set at 100.
Yep.
Bottom. Feathers earned. Your speed's alive.
Yep, and torque is where it should be.
80.
Check.
B1, 2.
There we go. Positive rate. Gear up.
Gear up.
And at your leisure, we can ditch the flaps.
Okay, take the flaps up.
And I'm just turning to our heading here. All right, we're over 1,000. I'll bring the props back.
Didn't quite seem to grab, eh?
Okie dokie. Flaps are up, and you're doing my pumps.
Yeah, we'll get your bleeds back on.
Okay. Nobody's gonna be gasping for breath.
No.
All right, so I'm flying our heading. I'm just climbing to 5,500, and then we'll turn to the northeast.
Yeah, and up to whatever you want to go up to.
Yeah, can you spin us up to 180?
180 alt cell.
Great. I just popped us into IAS mode. What a pleasure.
It's a fun airplane to fly.
Alright, does it have our next leg sequenced here?
It is in mine.
Appears
Appears
to be in
to be
mine.
the same.
Alright, I'll just turn to the course.
Yeah.
Alright, sneak a view down there at... oh yeah, that's the Spokane's International Airport off to our right.
Okay.
And that's basically the departure, is it just basically flies you over that
Nice.
and sends you on
Yeah,
your
just gets
way.
you up way over top of them. Sends you out.
Yeah, it basically, because it gets you over the flatland. Now, it is... oh, I see why. Actually, you can direct to me to Irvine, I
Will
think.
do.
That's probably what it is. It's just, it's showing that deviation because we were flying a manual heading. I wonder what river that is. Is that the Columbia?
Let's take a look at the map. Not sure if it'll tell us. It does not say.
Yeah. Just gonna pop in the autopilot for a minute. Would you object to any music?
No, go for it.
You like Little Feat?
Sure.
You heard of Little Feat?
No?
Really? Oh. Lowell George, who played for Frank Zappa, but this was like a country blues rock and roll band that was big in the 70s.
Right on.
70s and 80s, yeah. Known for their superior musicianship, and they played a live concert at my university when this was recorded. You'll recognize some of the tunes.
Cool. Yeah, I'm not sure I'll be able to hear it, but
You know?
yeah, it won't play through Skype or anything.
Oh, it won't?
No.
Ah, damn.
I'll look it up though.
Damn it.
Give me the name of the song and
Fat Man in the Bathtub.
bathtub.
Oh, you're not hearing it.
No. I'll look it up though. Take a listen.
Oh, here, well, let's get it synced up then.
Alright.
It's off the album Waiting for Columbus.
Okay, I'm at 0.
All right. Are you a Fat Man in the Bathtub?
Yeah.
Okay. Off of the live album? The one with like the tomato on it?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Let's go. And for above 10, I'll do the lights.
Okay. Oh, look at that. You got on top of everything.
Yep.
Oh, that air traffic control sim game is good, man. Holy smokes.
Yeah, I saw you were starting to get loaded up.
Yeah, it gets a little busy at times. It's almost as much fun when it's slow as it is when it's busy. Like, you can sort of goof around with airplanes a little bit.
Lower the volume a little bit. There we go. Get the copyright police on our ass.
Yeah.
Actually, the only thing it really affects is Germany.
Huh?
Yeah, they get really hardcore about all that stuff. All right. Coming up on 1,000 away. And I see some scattered interest on the radar.
Yeah, nothing crazy though. Just a little something.
Maybe it'll be something we can duck under.
On the way back here. There's 2,000 to go.
Yep. Bringing the props to 850.
Okay.
Song's got a nice little greasy bass line.
Yeah, it's nice.
All right, altitude captured.
Speed the sucker up.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, at least we got on top of everything.
Yeah, I'm seeing like just scattered, so I'm getting enough of the scenery below that it really looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
I can see we're just leaving the flatland here
Right.
and about to get into the fun stuff.
Let me
So
do some SA Ninja stuff.
why not? All right, I'm going to do a program a descent in here.
Okay.
And let's see. All right, now that's hard to believe. There are no constraints in the database here, but there have to be constraints.
Yeah, you want me to feed them to you?
Yeah, what's Irvin?
Alright. So Irvin's above 8.9.
8,900. Okay.
And same with Tai.
Oh, you know what it is? Hang on a second. I haven't programmed in. Well, you know what? The arrival didn't stick. Let me try that again. Arrival 15. I don't know why that didn't take. Let's try it again. All right, now I got constraints.
Okay.
I got 8,900 at Tai.
Mm-hmm.
And then I've got Eplet 82, Resden at 72, and Napa 65, etc., etc.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay, cool. One of the little mysteries in life, I guess.
Yeah.
It was there one moment, gone the next.
You ever show you my little dash trick for the trim?
No.
On the 4th page of the data, you hit data on the FMS and go to the 4th page.
Okay. Going to data page. Oh, wow. I didn't even realize there were that many. Okay,
Yeah, so it says roll left point 0.5 degrees.
Yeah.
Every notch of rudder trim is about equal to 0.3.
Ah.
Yeah, so if you really want to get it smooth, just keep it under, 0.2 or less.
Oh, that's very cool.
Yeah. It'll trim you out nicely.
Look at that. Oh, that is awesome.
Yeah, well, I can't remember how I found out, but I like it.
There's a similar sort of thing in the 777 FMS where you can actually set the trim units.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, oh, look at this. Here we go again. We've only got Irvin sequence, so I'm going to hit a direct to Irvin, and it's going to sequence the rest of it again.
Okay.
That is really weird.
Try it on my side.
No, still didn't do it.
It did on my side.
All right, let me zoom out and see what I... Okay, yeah, well, now it did on my side.
Very weird.
It took your all your ninja skills there. So actually, we're coming up on top of descent soon. Got a little Los Lobos playing in the background now. I wish we could share some music. That'd be great.
Yeah, strangely enough, I tried to figure out how to do that last night. Tried to get my system audio to play over Skype because I was running that ATC sim with a couple of my real-world controller buddies watching in the Skype window.
Yeah.
Because you can share your screen on Skype. It's faster than Twitch. Anyway, yeah, no joy. Yeah, it worked.
That is. You probably need like an extra channel.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I wouldn't even know how to do it. I downloaded a couple of like small freeware programs that said they would be able to do it, but I wasn't happy with it. It didn't work.
Well, it'll be better in the new building. That's what they always say at my office.
Yeah.
Whatever is screwed up, it'll be better in the new building. It could be the mighty Columbia River that we're flying up. Certainly is grand enough to be. I guess Castlegar's right at the confluence of what the Kootenay and the Columbia, right?
I have no idea.
I don't even know if you pronounce it Kootenay.
Yeah, that sounds right.
People who live in Kootenay are probably called Coots. I had to explain to somebody once that no, people who come from my part of the world are not called Pittsburghians. It's a German thing. It's burgers, like hamburgers. They're not Hamburgians.
So you're right. It is the Kootenay and the Columbia. Columbia goes west. Kootenay goes east.
Yeah, and the Kootenay goes to Nelson, I guess.
Yeah. There's actually some nice footage of... Yeah, it goes right to Nelson. There's some nice footage of an F-18 coming out of Castlegar.
No kidding.
Yeah.
One of those shit-hot takeoffs?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Combat climb? Zoom climb?
Yeah, he basically takes off, goes to 1,000 feet, just accelerates like mad towards the mountain, and then the last minute goes vertical. It's pretty cool.
I have not seen... the last fighter plane I saw in person was an F-4 at Memorial Day. They did a fly along the Hudson River, a whole bunch of different...
Oh, cool.
Because it's Fleet Week, and so the John F. Kennedy comes in, and it all gets crazy. And actually, women walk around saying, "Hiya, sailor," which is kind of weird.
That's awesome.
No, I was just having a talk about Nelson with our resident Canadian anchorwoman, whose name, Ashley Banfield, her name escaped me for a moment. Was born in, I want to say, Medicine Hat.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And all right, let's see. We're top of descent in how long?
Yeah, according to Wikipedia, she likes living in places that are very cold. Kenora, Ontario, Winnipeg, Edmonton, Calgary.
Well, she's a bright girl. She's got glasses,
Well, she must be.
Actually, she grew up near another Canadian hottie anchorwoman, Amanda Lang, who's back on the CBC now doing business news. But I worked with her 10 years ago.
Oh yeah.
CNN, yeah.
Right on.
Unbelievably cute. And get this, she has an identical twin.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's
I always
horrific.
like when that happens.
Yeah, well, it happens only in my sick and twisted imagination. So let's see, 3016 is what we got, and I can't believe it. It's improving. That's not good. We don't want improving. We want deteriorating and dangerous.
That's right. I want right on the minimums.
You know, want to be, yeah, exactly. What is the MDA, by the way, on that?
What is the MDA? Let's take a look. 4,500.
Okay.
With a decision height of 2,874.
Two, 874. God, that's a lot of knob twiddling.
Yeah, I know, right?
That is, you know, it really must be. I know when I sit in a cockpit, it is the one thing that I don't know why I notice it more than absolutely anything else. It's not the field of view. It's not, you know, being able to feel trim forces and all that. It's just not having to use a frickin' mouse wheel.
Yeah, no kidding.
It's like I was fascinated. I went up with Les and I said, hey, you need this VR coming up, and we were just flying on the GPS anyway, and VFR. And he says, well, not really, but if you want to put it in, I said, yeah, I got to turn this knob. I just got to feel that click.
Yeah, it's so nice.
Yeah.
Like that chance I had to fly the WestJet 737 sim there, I would pay an extraordinary amount of money to go back and do that again.
Well, one of Richard Quest, our aviation correspondent, has been trying to wangle his way onto into the good graces of the CAE Corporation.
Oh, yeah. Those guys are. They make all the good stuff, right?
Yeah. So yeah, he's going to try. But apparently, at Flight Chops guy went to the Delta. They had a 737-200 sim, and a full motion sim, and they let him have at it.
It's not bad. I think it's $450 an hour.
I'm definitely willing to do it, and it's just the kind of old school 737 that's fun.
Exactly.
And I'm just arrogant and foolish enough to think that I would tear that fucker up.
You probably would.
You know.
That's what I mean. Like, I had no fixed wing experience when I got in the 7.3. I hadn't at that time flown any of the PMDG stuff or any of that.
Yeah.
And it was, it's a background in aviation, and it was fairly simple.
Yeah, and
I could start it on my own, but you'd fly it all day long.
Yeah, I mean, I wish they made. They make one, but I wish there was some access to a level D sim on one of these dashes, because any one of us could probably have an easier time of it than a lot of trainees.
Yeah. I mean, the emergencies would probably kill you, but yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah. The task saturation, really.
Yeah.
And also, it's like getting the downfield eyes. It's like I've got downfield eyes. Like, okay, I tilt up, but it's like how far reach it is. You know how to lay your hands on everything practically without looking.
Yeah.
In the real thing. I mean, when you drive a car, you don't sit there and say, okay, where's the stick shift? It's just your hand your hand falls onto it. So, all right, we are getting within descent range here, and I've set us up for a flaps 15 arrival, which should work. And I'm not really using the HUD. I'm just gonna fly.
Sounds good.
And let's see, nothing drastic on the radar. He says disappointedly.
I know, right? Well, we got spoiled by that one approach.
Oh, by the way, where the approach dumps us off, does it dump us off to a circle to land?
Or
does it? I've seen.
Yeah,
the
it's a yeah. You can do circling. That's what the minimums are for.
Yeah, because I've seen the plate that it actually dumps you off like way too high for a standard descent right into it. I think, if I remember it right.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you're gonna be. Yeah, you'll probably be way too high to get in there.
Yeah, it drops you off.
It's 3 miles from the final approach fix to the field, and you're at 3,000 AGL. So.
Yeah, so that's not going to work. But
Yeah.
yeah, as I did it once without like sort of looking at the plate, and it dumped me off into what can best be described as an ugly surprise.
You're right. Yeah.
But I suppose if it drops you off and you're in the slot in the river there,
Yeah.
you can go lower.
Well, yeah, you could. If you came out of the clouds and you were 20 miles back, you just cancel. Cancel IFR.
At one's peril, I suppose.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you can see the field, who cares?
98% of all approaches in New York on most days to Kennedy, no less, are visual follow the traffic at 11 o'clock.
Right, yeah. The guys much rather do that than fly the approach.
Well, especially, you're flying over New York, it's fun.
Yeah.
And the instrument approaches are boring.
They are. Yeah, I get excited now on Pilot Edge when they give me the visual. Like, okay, cool, I can just plunk it in.
Let's see, we'll set 8,900 for our initial altitude. That's our first constraint. That's Irvin. And you've tuned me into the NDB, the Castlegar NDB?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
I'll get you the localizer here.
And get us on.
Yeah, so you've got the localizer, which really isn't a localizer, but it'll get you.
Yeah, what is
Anyway.
it? It's like an LDA thing?
Yeah.
It's a Hong Kong.
Well, it's an offset localizer.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a Kitec.
Yeah.
Let's see. Do you happen to have an intermediate altimeter, or shall we just do 3014?
Yeah, 3014 is probably alright. I'll look it up and see what it is there. That is 3016.
Alright, and it looks like all our items for the descent checklist are done.
Take a look. What is the descent checklist here?
It's
yeah, altimeters.
pressurization, yeah, GPWS set for 15, which we'll do. Altimeter set and checked, and we've kind of briefed the approach. We're gonna kind of go that way, and then make a left and go this way,
and then go a different way, and then
and
eventually
then down.
the right way.
Yeah, going down all the time. Let's see, no icing. I actually got icing so bad on my flight yesterday from Sunborough to Aberdeen that the entire first officer's windshield didn't just fog over,
Right.
but it modeled ice. It iced
Oh, yeah?
over. Yeah.
That's
Complete
cool.
with the little bumps, the sort of orange peel texture.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd like to do a test one of these days and just fly this thing intentionally through some pretty gnarly icing and see if it eventually affects the.
Well, a viewer asked me.
aerodynamics.
A viewer asked me to do that and said, just fly it and don't use any of the ice protection.
Yeah.
I did find that with the A-to-A Comanche, if you fly into carb icing, you will die.
Oh yeah.
I flew out of John Wayne, and I started climbing through a very saturated cloud.
Hmm.
And all of a sudden, the power started going down, and I was like an idiot, sort of baffled as to why.
Yeah.
And like about 15 inches before I hit the ocean, the light bulb came on above my head.
Hmm.
Because what was happening was I was dipping down, and the power would come back, and I'd climb. Classic carb ice symptoms. I didn't even realize the thing had a carb.
That's cool.
Yeah,
and definitely not fuel injected.
Although you can get intake icing on that, so.
Yeah. Yeah, carbide's no joke, man. No joke.
Fortunately, 90% of helicopters these days are turbine powered, right? So
Yeah. Yeah. But most of the training helicopters are still carbureted.
what are those? Would you use Robinsons or something?
Yeah, the little R-22s, they're great fun to fly. I love flying that thing.
I know people like them a lot. They're supposed to be death for the unwary, though.
Yeah. Yeah, they are. It's good training though, because every time you fly at your high density, it feels like you're high density altitude. You're always power limited with it, so you always have to be really, really on your A game the whole time, which is good for a student.
I'd imagine it's not hard to overheat them too.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I never ran into that. I was always limited by manifold pressure more than temperature.
Yeah, those old tadpole-looking bells from like MASH. Those were those overheated a lot.
Yeah, the exhaust fan on the R-22 is huge. It's probably it's bigger than the engine itself.
All right, I'm going to creep us below 250. And you ready for the approach checklist, or do you want to wait on that just until
we can do it. Let's see.
I'll do our...
So the checklist I'm using is the FS to crew one.
All right.
It has the initial approach checklist starting with flaps 5.
Okay, well then we'll wait.
Just chill.
Yeah, I did turn on our pumps and auxes though. But
all right.
Oh, it looks beautiful down there. And you know what? There's low fog, low cloud in the valleys. Oh, there's
nice.
hope for us yet. There is hope for us yet. All right, looks like we're pointing right at the beacon. And there's some mountains around.
Yeah, I'm gonna ditch my weather radar for the terrain radar. So,
Okay, I'm just below 200, so at your judgment, flaps 5 will work.
Okay. Yeah, it seems a bit early to be honest. But
yeah, no, I agree.
how far do we have to go yet?
No, we do. We've got like a series of turns. We got about 20 miles until we hit our IAF.
All right. Yeah, we'll drop it at Eplet there. It's a turn.
That's reasonable.
Yeah,
So in the meantime,
probably
we're going to
circle.
power our asses in here because, scare the natives a little. And my throttles, I don't know why I'm saying this, but my throttles haven't acted up recently, so it was the dumbest thing in the world to say at this point. Oh yeah, no trouble until now. All right. Well, I'll creep down so we can put the flaps down at some point. I'll arm the approach, although Ben and Josh seem to do it very late, but then again, one time they did it, it didn't work.
Yeah.
You see
Yeah, I
that?
really don't feel like they did spend any. There were no second takes in
Yeah,
that.
exactly. It's like when you get Nicholson for a movie, you've got a limited availability.
Yeah, you can tell they did it over a weekend.
Weekend and a beer.
Yeah. Yeah, well, it's still worth it.
Look at it. It looks like Brigadoon down there. Just going to turn on our ice protection here.
Sure.
Or we could just leave it off and for the viewers and see how badly we punch a hole in the
I
scenery.
don't see us picking any ice up yet.
No, let me just look at our little windshield wiper spigot. Yeah, there's nothing on that. Well, go figure.
Yeah, looks like we're picking some up now. Alright, so we're 9,000. Barely descending. So we can be down at Eplet here, down at, 6.5?
No, 8.2.
8.2. Yeah. And then 7-2 to Resden, 6-5 to Nopal.
Yep.
Word.
Yeah, we could be at 6-5, but we would be in a missile silo.
Yeah.
There's an Atlas missile silo for sale in upstate New York. I'm like half tempted to like turn it into like the party destination of.
That would be awesome.
Wouldn't that be great?
Yeah.
You never have to worry about the neighbors complaining.
No, exactly. It's a flawless plan.
You know, and if the worst does come to pass, you know, you got your canned foods. Okay, so it's like Eplet and then 72 is our next stop. You know, I suppose I could just fly the airplane. I would. That wouldn't befront you any, would it?
Not at all. It's all
All right, good.
good.
I'll continue with the world's slowest descent. I'm at that moment in a hangover where all of a sudden the world seems very mellow and just, you know, all the noises sort of died out. The kind of cacophony in my head is finally, you know, the little monkey with the little cymbals has finally stopped
Oh, yeah.
banging around.
It's my stomach that always gets me with the hangovers. Just gut rot.
Yeah, well, we take care of that with chicken and waffles.
Yes.
All right, I think I can come down to 7,200.
Okay. Yeah, I'm on for the flight director. LNAV, VNAV, got it.
And as always with the new controls, it feels great.
Would you like some flaps, good sir?
I would like 5 degrees, yes.
5 degrees coming up. 5 set indicating.
So it is spoken, so it is done. And I will arrest our ballooning there. As we make our way down to 7,200 and up that river valley. It's beautiful. Just got the sun coming right at me.
Oh, nice.
And I see a little town on the right-hand riverbank. And somewhere Amanda Lang's twin sister is strumming a lute on a bearskin rug.
Resden.
Actually, their parent, their dad is Otto Lang, who's a former Big Cheese member of Parliament at some point, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, let's watch your speed there, but don't overspeed the flaps.
Yep. Actually, I need to shallow out the descent a little bit anyway. That'll take care of that. Actually, I'll bring us to 180. That'll give us a little more flexibility.
You get the field yet? I don't.
I do. It's over that mountain, and it's very, very far below us.
Yeah, fair enough.
If I'm not mistaken, and I could be mistaken, but I think what happened.
Yeah, it should be on the opposite. It should be.
Yeah, I see it about our 12 o'clock.
Yeah, 8 miles.
Yeah, and there's the notch in
o'clock.
the river. We could just dive for that.
Yeah, just dirty the airplane up as much as we can.
Yeah, let's throw out the gear.
All right, gear's coming down.
And I'll just. I won't do that. Come on. You can set me up for. I'm going to live dangerously. Set me up for a reduced
Okay.
drop. All right. And
You're gonna have to grab that number 2 condition lever.
yeah, got it. There we go. And I'm actually slipping us to just to slow us
Sure.
down a bit. Hell, I'm slipping us a lot.
Nice.
I don't think we're going to be able to make this. Well, no, you know what?
You've little faith. If I can run those flaps out.
Here, let me nose us up a little bit so you can get out at least another notch. We may have to go for the heavy duty.
All the way to 35. This thing will just plummet.
Yeah. Okay, you can pop in flaps 10. I don't think I'm gonna have time.
10's good.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
move,
I get the field there now.
yeah, I'm gonna move the props to max actually.
Okay. Slow us down a little bit.
No, we'll probably have to circle. Oh, come on. No. Okay.
Try it. See what happens.
Why not? We can always go around. Die like an aviator.
That's right. Use some G to burn off that speed.
Yep. There we go.
Yeah, this is doable.
Yes.
Just run the flaps out as the speeds allow, and
Yep.
no, it's no good.
All right.
All right, bring the
Gear up,
flaps
please.
up. Give me the gear up.
We'll come around from the other direction.
It's worth a shot. Yeah, we weren't too far off for making that work, though.
No. You know what? I get the feeling if I'd let me just silence that. If I'd gone props max to begin with and dirtied it up sooner, we probably could have plunked in.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
I
I know
saw.
once you get to flaps 35 on this, if you can get the speed down that far, it just creates so much drag. You can pretty much put the nose down as far as you want.
Yeah. I'm just going to come up to that little white clearing there and loop around.
Sure.
Give us a little time to set up.
500. Too low. Terrain.
Get us down to flap speed.
Too low. Terrain.
No, I'm not.
Too low. Terrain.
You know, you and your tiny electronic brain, you're scared.
That's right, you just don't know what's going on.
Too low.
All right, do I have the turning radius here? Let's find out.
Too low. Terrain.
Possibly.
Too low. Terrain. Too low. Terrain.
Oh, not even close.
Too low. Terrain.
And can you give me flap 5, please?
Alrighty. Flaps
I think we're
5.
slow enough. I don't know why I'm craning my neck as if that's going to help
As
me
if it's gonna
see.
help,
All right, and gear.
Gear.
And we can make this flaps 15, God, easily.
Sure.
Easily.
Flaps 15 set.
Okay, good.
Probably should have looked at the V speeds. Let me find those for you.
I think it's 122 and 127. Although we've burned off a little bit of fuel.
22, 127. I'll just put it up on your side. Oh, you've
Yep.
already got it set.
Yep.
Okay.
And there are our lovely pappies. Looking good. Ah, I love that low cloud skirting in over the mountain there. It
It's
looks
cool.
like Yosemite's Half Dome.
500.
And I guess I'm carrying a little bit of extra power because of our altitude.
Yeah, we're not that high up. Yeah,
Oh, look at that, red over white. There we go. Try and make this work. Sitting here with the joystick on my lap, and that's... Oh, there's that power line again.
Yeah.
That can't be good for business. But you looked. I think it was on the it was on the map or on the Google Earth.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Minimums.
Yeah, it's on the map, too.
It's annoying. All right. Just finesse us in here.
100. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
All right. God, it looks beautiful. I wish I were there.
Yeah, I know. You have to take a drive out there one of these days.
Yeah, well, you fly to Calgary and you go down whatever that highway is that just plows you right into the middle of it.
Yep, the, what's that called?
well,
Rogers Pass?
Yeah, or the Icefield Parkway.
Yeah. Let me clean you up here.
Okay. You want to do a little, you got time to do a little ridge running?
Yeah. Yeah,
Alright.
I got probably, I'm gonna have to run and just switch some laundry out while we taxi in here, and then if you want to just, or if you just want to keep bashing on, I'll go and switch my laundry out.
I'll spin us around and
Yeah.
just get us ready to go again.
Alright, I'll be right back. Alrighty.
All right, just back taxing us here.
Nice.
You wouldn't want to drop into Nelson, would you?
I don't have too much time. Let's see how far that is.
That's just like right around the
Oh, it's
bend.
just up
in
the
river.
road, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, let's do that.
All right. Do you know the
Just
river?
follow.
Do you know the rivers around here?
Yeah, I'll watch the map. It's no big deal.
You do any fishing?
A little bit. More as a social activity than anything else.
I have never done the fly fishing, and it's not like I really. It's a strange obsessive habit, but what I do like is I like trout. So
Oh, yeah.
I don't even like catching them. I like eating them.
There you go.
So, all right, let's see. What are we gonna do here? on departure, we can go above that cloud or below that cloud.
Yeah, let's try and
Okay.
keep it as low as we can.
Okay. All right.
Okay, gus locks off, props are full, flaps 10. Shiny switches are on, and your ice protection
Auto, yeah.
is coming off.
And auto feather is on. And heats are on. Lights are good. Well, bring that to white. Turn on our logo light because when we come blasting past, we want people.
Yeah, we
to
want to
know.
make sure they know Pan Am's where it's at.
Yeah. So I'm basically going to head out, turn about 15 degrees to my left, and stay below that cloud.
Yep. So the initial departure is going to bring us right to the base of that mountain. We want to stay right of the mountain.
Okay, here we go. This is the fun part. Semi-trim.
Speed's alive.
Maybe not us for much
80.
longer. Check.
V1, rotate V2.
And gear up, please.
Just coming up.
Okay, smoothness and fearlessness. These are the watchwords for. Okay, bring
Yeah,
up
bring
the
your
flaps
flaps
as you see fit. Okay, coming
All
up.
the way up. Alright, so we're going to go around the left side of the mountain. That's fine. We'll stay in this valley.
Okay, so go off to our 11 o'clock right now.
No, stay at 1 o'clock.
Okay. Keep us about 2,500 feet. Do some sightseeing. You want to bring the props to cruise?
Cruise power set.
You know, we may be scaring the natives, but we don't want to wake them up.
That's right.
Nice little meadow here.
What is that?
I'm overspeeding
Airspeed,
a little bit.
yeah.
The Mighty Dash can fly fast.
Oh yeah, tons of power.
All right. Where's
So you're going to keep it coming around to the right.
Okay.
I'm going to put the Castle Guard NDB up on your side. Just fly right to the NDB.
Okay. We're flying below the radar. You want me to head to that little lower ridge over there?
Hang on. 2. There you go. Ah, crap. I put it in the wrong side. Anyway, yeah, just keep coming to the right. And another 20 degrees, maybe?
Okay.
1,000.
So I'm heading for that sort of ice thing, climbing up the mountain to my 1 o'clock.
Yeah, you want to stay to the 1 o'clock.
Okay.
As you see, there's a big mountain on the nose that extends up to the left. You want to go right at that.
I
And then you're going to...
certainly do.
Yeah, you're going to zig. Just going to jog a little bit to the left after we get past. So you just have to follow the river once we get to the base of that mountain.
And I swear to God, grandmother's house will be right there. She'll be waiting.
Yeah, this is my favorite way to fly the Dash.
Sort
It's
of.
fun. It feels tactical, you know what I mean? Like,
Well, yeah, exactly. And,
like an old C-123 or something.
oh God, and the sound that the C-123 made. I used to at Fort Devens. That was the standard transport plane at the time.
Right.
Either that or a C-119, which was
Which I
called a
can't even
flying boxcar. It's a push-pull propeller, I think.
Oh, yeah? Oh, yeah, look at that. That thing's cool.
Yeah, they used
Like a
to.
sea container with wings.
Yeah, they used to drop paratroopers out in our school recess. So you'd look out the window at lunchtime, and there'd be
That's
frickin'
cool.
people dropping out of planes. All right, just sort of follow the river here.
Yeah. It's just going to head east. We'll jog sort of east-northeast. And then Nelson from here is 10 miles. 2.5 minutes.
Sounds good. And the airport is what, on the right, and the
Yeah.
river sort of dumps us into a sort of lazy 45-degree base leg?
Yeah, exactly.
That's actually not that lazy, but
Yeah, it might get sporty. I think we'll be alright though.
look at that. Yep, nice looking ceiling.
Yeah, I'm sort of bumping out of it. I got bases sort of right where we're at.
I can come down a little bit.
Sure.
How about now?
There you go. Speed.
Nice,
There you go.
nice.
Good
Yep,
catch.
I see it. And I vaguely recall that bridge. It's a shame they don't have the scenery fully modeled, because the bridge that's just past Nelson is this really beautiful bridge that's modeled after the Firth of Forth Bridge, which is a kind of like a cantilever bridge. It's really cool looking. It's like really old ironwork looking thing.
Nice.
All that in the Mandalang.
That's what it's all about. Alright, dipping to the right, so we're halfway between the base of that mountain we hit and Nelson.
Is the field right around the next bend?
No.
Okay.
You got another 5 miles to go.
Too low. Terrain.
It's something about she is English but has a certain Frenchness that kind of appeals.
Oh yeah, that's sort of from Winnipeg. You see a lot of that.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
Terrain.
Oh, I think.
Terrain.
unless,
Yeah, we're actually right over the field.
Oh shit! Yeah, okay. Well, I'll circle. Yeah, cool.
We're going even faster than I thought I was.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, so you see the field there, the 11 o'clock is passing underneath us.
Yeah, let's do flaps 5. I see
5.
it. Do a little button hook. Oh, look at that! Look at that. We got a marina.
Beautiful. Go buzz that on the way in.
Oh, why not?
No, you have to.
Yeah.
Be rude not to.
See, that's just a mundane-looking bridge, but
Low. Terrain.
no, too low bridge. Come on.
That's right.
Low.
What kind of computer are you? That's just like I'm overspeeding.
Terrain.
No, you got our flaps out anyway, so that's good.
Too low. Terrain.
You know how we're going to lose some speed?
Too low. Terrain.
I'm going to climb the side of this mountain.
Too low. Terrain.
Give our left side passengers what they paid for.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing in the Warsaw
First
Convention.
and last time.
Yeah, well, nothing in the Warsaw Convention says that they can't. All right, call my turn. Let me know when do you think I need to start to be coming back around here?
I'd say you're okay now. We're just nice and slow.
Okay.
Low. Here.
All right. Give me gear and flaps 15.
Gear down, flaps 15 set.
Let's massively destabilize ourselves.
That's right. Or we're doing a number of things at once.
Why not? Yeah. Well, our alpha is low. I mean, we're pointing at the ground, so it's not like we're going to stall out here. Give the people what they want. Running a little shy of turn rate here.
Bank angle. Bank angle.
Ah. Oh, now yeah,
Beautiful.
you have to sweep around that little corner, as I remember. You follow that road. Yeah, that was fun. And actually, we're gonna need props full, so there we go. And at this point, okay, I see the strip. I think the preferred way is to sort of come in over the town, unless I want to come in lower and just make a quick turn to final, like really short final around the boats.
Yeah, I would blast it right over that bridge, but
Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, let's split the difference that way. Hug the riverbank. Bring our speed down a bit.
500.
Oh, yeah. That was a fun turn.
Yeah. That's what I mean. Like, it's fun to fly the airplane tactically. It's not
Yeah.
Airline Simulator X. It's
No, it's within the constraints of ordinary aerodynamics X.
there you go.
All right, we're right on speed here.
Minimums.
It's a pretty short runway. Try not to cock it up here. Like you, I have this horrible thing about turns to final.
I screw up every time. Yeah.
Every single time, I'm always adjusting like now.
50.
That's good though.
40. 30. 20. 10.
Oh, not even close. I'm gonna make this turn out.
Nice work.
All right, look, here's the thing. This is for my loyal viewers here. We're just going to have to see this again. You'll have to suffer through it.
Let's do it.
Because this... Actually, they want a mishap. They want mayhem. Unfortunately, all I'm going to give them is a good landing.
This is excellence.
Yeah, well, you know.
These things happen from time to time.
Yeah, I guess they fly... I've seen this flown in a King Air.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, and a Pilatus. But I don't think you could even get a Dash 2 in here.
Jeez. It is the runway Langford Nelson.
I think it's like 3,300. I mean, you could. 3,000, 29.95.
Yeah, 3,100.
Oh, look at that. Will you look at that? It's like geek porn.
Yeah, it's good.
Those poor residents down there, they have no clue what's coming their way. Oh, you know, come on. Can't really,
No, you can't complain about that.
no. I don't know. What time is it anyway? You know, the Steelers are playing again. You were very, very good luck for me last time.
That's right. Well,
They made it
hopefully-
into the playoffs.
Yeah, hopefully this will do equally as well for you.
Yeah, hang on. Let me just, I just want to see this from the,
Sure.
there we go. Oh, I do love this plane, but I'm enjoying learning that the Beaver, that tail dragger.
Yeah. Yeah, they still use them all the time up here.
Yeah, they've converted some of them to turbines too.
Turbo Beaver, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, well, it's like you could just stand it on its tail and point it at the sky.
Yeah, exactly. Just off it goes. You
Well,
throw
and they're basically used to carry, you know, I mean, you know, anything you could squeeze in the back. The life of
Yeah, you'd have a pretty tough time, getting it overweight.
Yeah. No, you'd have like airframe limits more than lifting capacity. It's like you'd have a bulkhead give way. Alrighty, well, I kind of enjoy that one.
Yeah, I just watched that with the tail cam.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so good.
Alrighty, well, I'm gonna go have some more booze, actually.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I have to go find out what I am going to eat for dinner.
Well, you know, melt something.
Yeah, well, I go away for like 3 weeks, so I got no food in the house, so I just gotta go find a restaurant to go eat at.
How do you have even remotely decent Chinese food anywhere nearby?
No. There's a good right across the street from me is a great place to get like Mexican dinner. So
Oh, that's good. How?
yeah, get some tacos.
What's the population where you live?
15,000, maybe 16,000.
Oh,
Not very big.
Oh, that's enough to have a little bit of everything.
That's right. Yeah, that's good.
It's enough to
Everything
have-
you need, nothing you want.
It's also enough to have 3 Tims, probably.
Strangely enough, yeah, we have 2.
Yeah, one on each, one on the north side of town, the other on the south, probably.
Yeah, that's it.
That's awesome.
That's good. All right.
Cool. All right. Well, this is a pleasure.
Yeah.
When are you coming back?
I'm back for a day. I'm back sort of Friday night, Saturday day, and then I leave again Sunday. So we might get a chance to get another flight in next Saturday.
Yeah, and actually maybe in a few weeks I'll be up on Pilot Edge. I'm going to get hooked up into a Comanche or something and just go through the basics.
Yeah, that'd be great. I'd love flying on there.
Yeah, I'm just hoping to do it actually with have my buddy Les come over. I'll ply him with beer, and then he can actually give me the full certified flight instructor routine.
That'd be awesome.
So yeah, he's curious about it because he listened in on it and he said it just blew him away.
That's cool.
He said, I mean, basically, I've flown into Los Angeles and that's what this is.
Yeah.
He said it's kind of scary. So
yeah, it's pretty amazing.
All right. Well,
buddy.
anyway, safe journey, and that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, we'll
Okay.
catch you in a week or two. See ya.
Okay. Talk to you later.